Hi friends, I'm Ellen Gormley. Welcome back to my channel. Let's see if I can read my chicken scratch notes on how to make this lacy green, I don't know what to call it. I just made it up and let's talk about it. So I've been mentioning it on the 5-Minute Crochet podcast first thing in the mornings. And I made this lacy swatch and then I went ahead and added a double crochet border just along these two sides to show you that I just wanted something a little bit more precise. So I wanted to know what it would look like with a little bit of a border. Here's what it looks like on the side without the border. Totally up to you how you want to handle it, if you want to add a border or not. But I just didn't like the imprecise kind of nature, and I thought the border would help even it out, and it does. So totally up to you, but I just want to present this stitch pattern to you today. So it's this much of a repeat. So we've got like 7 rows here because they're offset like bricks rather than straight on top of each other. There's one here, then there's one here, and one here, the motifs. So that means that we have this many rows that need to be repeated again and again. I didn't figure out the multiple. Okay, I'll need to think that through. So we have 3 repeats and we have 29 stitches for our beginning chain. So I'm thinking that must be a repeat of 9 plus 2, I think. So 9 times 3 is 27 plus 2. We're going to chain 29. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Now, some of you may know from my 5-Minute Crochet podcast in the morning that I'm trying to learn Spanish. So it occurred to me in the middle of that I should be practicing counting in Spanish for you guys. So 29 on the 9th stitch chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are going to start our first cluster group. So we're doing a cluster of 3 double crochets together. So a cluster of double crochet that's almost finished, double crochet that's almost finished, double crochet that's almost finished, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. I think I need to move this so you can see better. All 4 loops on the hook. So that's 1 double crochet cluster. That is the same cluster that we're going to do throughout. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And in that same stitch, that same 9th chain from the hook, we're placing another cluster. Yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that 3 times. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through just 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then when we have 4 loops left on the hook here, we will bind all of those 3 half made double crochets together with a yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. Okay, so now we are going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. I'm counting the little back ridges, back loops on the back, skipping 3 stitches. We're going to chain 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch, we're going to place a double crochet. I hope you're having a valuable and relaxing use of your day today. I think this is going to be a gorgeous scarf project. Also, it would make a lovely stole if you made it a wider rectangle. So chain 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip again, 1, 2, 3, and in this next chain, the back ridge, back loop, back bump, we're going to do that cluster, chain 3 cluster again. Oh, I must be so excited about March because I have the green going. Here in Ohio, March is kind of the bringing back of the green, and perhaps we're going to get some spring happening soon. Of course, we have St. Patrick's Day, which is green, which will happen later in the month. So I must be subliminally, subconsciously excited about spring. 1, 2, 3, skipping 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch we are double crocheting. So we're alternating those cluster groups and a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, 3, and cluster, chain 3 cluster. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? How is it where you are? Are you looking forward to spring? Are you coming out of winter? What season is it for you where you live? I know I have a lot of friends who live in Australia and other parts of the world, and so it's always fascinating to think that it's one way here and another way somewhere else. We have 4 chains left, exactly right on target. Chain 1, 2, 3, and double crochet, skipping 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the final chain. Okay, and that is row 1. Row 2, we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn. And so this is our foundation row. We will not do this row again, but we will have a similar row to this when we get to like row, this is the beginning row. And then when we get to like the start of the next repeat, we'll have a similar row, but it'll be put in a pattern row rather than a chain. So that is row 1, but we will not do row 1 again exactly like that. So row 2 is a chain of 5, and in the chain 3 space between clusters, we are going to do the secondary bigger cluster. So we did the little cluster group, and now this one is cluster, treble, cluster, separated by 2 chains. So cluster, chain 2, treble, chain 2, cluster, all in the same chain 3 space. So let's do that now. It's the same cluster that we already did, so nothing new there. But we will make this a bigger cluster. This is kind of the crowning cluster. And we will do chain 2, 1, 2, treble crochet, which is yarn over twice, and then do similarly to the double crochet with the yarning over and pulling through 2, but 3 times because it's a treble. Chain 2 and cluster all in the same chain 3 space. Okay. Okay, so if you're interested, I have some crochet journals that are out on Amazon. Now we're going to chain 2 and skip these stitches and double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, and in the next chain 3, middle of the clusters there, we're going to do the same extended crowning cluster with the cluster, chain 2, treble crochet, chain 2, cluster. If you're interested, on Amazon, I have created some crochet journals with different covers for you. So there's a greenery cover, there's a blue hexagon cover, there's a gray Lacy cover, there's this white blanket is on the cover. So you can search Amazon. You can use the link below this video if you wish. You don't have to, but it gives me a few extra pennies if you end up ordering something, even though it does not cost you extra. Anyway, those journals are kind of fun. Chain 2, and you can search for them, Ellen Gormley Crochet Journal. If you want to look for Ellen Gormley books and then click on my name, you can see all the products that are associated with my name, in addition to other products associated with other people who might have a similar name. Okay, so this one more crowning cluster group, and then we will be on to row 3. Chain 1, 2. I might be getting a touch of a cold, I'm not sure. Okay, chain 2, and ending the last repeat with the double crochet as if in the turning chain, So that's what the end of row 2 looks like. Okay, so row 3, we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I admit that I had trouble remembering this pattern, and I had to constantly look at my notes. So maybe I'll throw the instructions below in the description box. So let's see here. We chained 6. We're going to single crochet in the treble. So we're skipping all of the stitches before that. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that is correct. I'm looking at my notes. Chain 4. Double crochet in the next double crochet. So we're creating all of this lacy spaciness. Okay, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is kind of the setup row where we're not doing any clusters at all. We're just basically single crocheting and chaining across, but there is double crochets in the double crochets. And then we're placing the single crochet in the top of the crown, the treble crochet from the previous row. 4. Single crochet in here, the treble crochet in the middle of that cluster group. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think row 3 is one of my favorites because it's so fun and easy and quick. Okay, so then row 4, we're going to finish this double crochet. We're going to chain 6 and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are on row 4, making some progress here. You can do it. You might have to keep looking at your notes until you get it memorized. I have the hardest time remembering how to do the turning chain. So this one is again a chain 6. And so we are on row, we are on row 5. Okay, so double crochet in the single crochet. Now we're chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. So the hardest part, and now here in this next double crochet is where we're going to start the next offset cluster group, the smaller cluster group. So with these lacy patterns, I find it a little bit harder to memorize them. And so I really like to look at my notes, especially for the chain, how many chains are in between things and how many chains I need to do on the turning chains when we turn. So one of the ways to help with this is to place a stitch marker on maybe pick a row, any row, maybe pick a row 6 and place a stitch marker on the side of that, and then move the stitch marker up every time you hit a row 6. That way, if you ever get lost and think, oh my gosh, what row am I on? You know that your stitch marker was on a row 6. You know what I mean? So that might make it a little bit faster. So we are offsetting and starting the new cluster in the column of double crochet and putting a double crochet in that single crochet at the top of the crown. Okay. So do what works, my friends. Okay, cluster group. But we are starting on the second repeat. 1, 2, 3. So well, not the second repeat, excuse me, the second half of the first repeat. So we're on the second brick, essentially. And then we will go back and do more. 1, 2, 3. I don't know that I'm going to have time to show you all of this at the moment, but it's just these rows here that are, I think you're getting the gist of it at least. Okay, chain 3 and put in your double crochet in your turning chain. The turning chain in general is always the third chain up from the previous row, because we're pretending that this beginning chain of whatever, usually a chain of 5 or 6, is a double crochet plus some chains. So we want to always assume that this part here is the double crochet. That's why we're always putting the next ending of the next row in the third chain from that turning chain. Okay, so we're on row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another chain 6, double crochet in the double crochet, skipping the chains. This time we're chaining 2, 1, 2, and then we are doing the crown cluster in the smaller base clusters. So the cluster, chain 2 treble, chain 2 cluster. Gotcha? Gotcha. All right. I hope you're enjoying the 5-Minute Crochet podcasts that are coming along. You can always check those. Those are live most weekday mornings, and it changes depending on my work schedule, but I usually do before 9 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday Eastern Time, and a few minutes before 8 a.m. on, I'm doing treble clusters here because I'm not paying attention. So I did my cluster, treble, and now I'm doing a cluster, so just one yarn over. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a few minutes before 9. Tuesday, Thursday, a few minutes before 8. 1, 2. Yes, yes. Double crochet. Okay. Anyway, I do those live, but then they are available if you miss them to watch them on the playlist. There's a 5-Minute Crochet podcast playlist on my channel. If you just need some company throughout the day and want to hear me ramble and talk to the people who are available live and give their comments. So you are welcome to join me at any time. Crochet is a relaxing and valuable use of our time, and when I'm not crocheting, I like hanging out with you. So if you need somebody to keep you company, hit play all on that playlist and I will virtually keep you company. All right, keeps me company too. Double crochet, 1, 2, and double crochet in the turning chain, which is the 1, 2, 3, third one up from the previous row. All right, so here we go. So we have one complete repeat done, and now we are, can you imagine, we are going to do the same row 1, but we're going to place the beginning cluster or the smaller cluster in the double crochet. So it's here. So this is where we are. We finished that section. So now we are going to continue with the pattern, putting the smaller cluster in this double crochet. Then we're going to single crochet here, smaller cluster in this double crochet, single crochet here, okay, all the way across. So it's like, do we first have to do the chain row? We do. First we have to do the row that's like 3. That's like row 3 where we're doing the row that I said I really liked. Okay. All right, I know the clock is ticking, but I will keep, let's just do one more row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to double crochet in the double crochet, and then this will set us up to do the next repeat. And then we are chaining 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're placing a single crochet in the top of the treble of the crown. Move this out of the way so you can see better. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, double in the double, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the treble of the next crown, 1, 2, 3, 4, and double in the next double, 1, 2, 3. We're just going to do 3 because that beginning chain was a chain of 6. So the ending, we're going to do a chain 3 and then a double to simulate that chain of 6. Okay, so there we are. I hope you've gotten the hang of it. I will write the instructions down in the description below for you so that you can reference them. But I hope that you have a valuable and relaxing use of your time. I can just see this turning into a fantastic gift this spring, and I might have to do it. I'm sure you're not surprised to hear me say that. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.